Kent State students are buzzing all over social media about the new university president. There is even a parody account made for Dr. Warren the day she was introduced to the school. Hair donations to Locks of Love must be at least 10 inches long. The Pantene program only requires 8 inches. Either way, this probably won't make the cut. Imagine dialing 911, but there's no one able to answer your call. Well, that was a real possibility for Akron area AT&T customers earlier today. Construction zones are increasing traffic on neighborhood streets, so the neighbors are reminded to keep raked leaves off the street and left on the curb. It's starting to become repetitive for fans to browse through Twitter to find taunts of the May 4th massacre. This image of a Louisiana State fraternity's banner went viral last fall when the two teams played each other in football. Goodyear is bringing back dozens of jobs back to Akron. This is the part of Tallinn, Estonia called Old Town. The old-style buildings are symbols of the old Estonian culture. We're sitting in the middle of the newsroom and one of our reporters gets the flash alert message on his phone. And we don't necessarily go right into reporter mode. When the garbage piles up outside the trash compactor, the neighbors get upset about the unwelcome guests the garbage attracts. But where the Esplanade ends is not where his work ends. You see, a college campus was not enough to contain all of his aspirations. Expanding the jail, whether short-term or long-term, is going to have a price tag, and where that money comes from is still in consideration. From the Spirit Rock outside of Kent Roosevelt High School, I'm Gabriel Kramer for TV2 News.
Oh my God.
911, where's your emergency?
It's the phone call a little sister should never have to make.
Our car just got hit by a train and it like flipped over.
Okay, where?
That's the voice of Sierra Thornton's little sister, moments after a train struck her family's car. And in fear for her family's safety, Sierra died at the scene. A number of Ravenna students came to the railroad crossing to pay their respects.
She was really nice, and she had a lot of friends, and she was a really good person, and you'd never think that something this terrible would happen to someone like her. At about 6 o'clock Sunday night, the Thornton family was leaving home. The oldest sister, 15-and-a-half-year-old Sierra, was behind the wheel, but they never made it out of the neighborhood. Right behind me are the railroad tracks where the accident did occur last night, right off of Prospect Street, which is right behind me. Now you can see a stop sign and a railroad crossing sign, but no additional warnings if a train were to come. But last night, Sierra's dad did say that he did hear the train coming, and Sierra just panicked and stalled on the tracks as the train came by. Sierra had only driven about 3 times with her learner's permit. The accident is still under investigation by the Portage County Sheriff's Office, but Sheriff David Doak said the collision threw the car about 75 feet and the vehicle had to be cut open to release passengers.
The dad was able to get one of the children out of the vehicle and was trying to get Sierra out of the vehicle, but there's no way that he could have got her out of there with the damage that was to the vehicle.
Sierra's father was taken to Robinson Memorial Hospital with minor injuries, and her 4 sisters were taken to Akron Children's Hospital. For TV2 News, I'm Gabriel Kramer. School spirit like this fuels the athletics at Kent Roosevelt High School, but not every team feels like a part of the camaraderie. Roosevelt's girls golf and swim teams don't compete in the Portage Trail Conference, unlike the rest of Roosevelt athletics. The reason being, not enough teams in the PTC have girls golf and swim teams. But changes are on the way as the Kent City School Board approved Roosevelt's move to join the Suburban League in the 2015-2016 school year. The girls golf team will then compete within the new conference. Golfers Karina Wise, Jocelyn Cole, and Corey Nielsen look forward to playing against the same schools as their fellow classmates.
Everyone came to school and they're like, "Oh, how'd you do?" And we're like, "Well, we got second." They're like, "Who'd you lose to?" And we're like, "Magnificat." And they're like, "Who is that?" Like, they had no idea.
People never know where we go because we go so far away to play.
The Kent Roosevelt Gymnasium is full of banners for league championships in every sport the school offers, except the girls golf team. But when they join the Suburban League, they'll be competing for a league championship and have a chance of putting up the first girls golf banner in the gymnasium.
All we're talking about is we want that banner in the gym, have everyone recognize that there is a girls golf team and that we are a really good golf team actually.
The only cost to the Roosevelt Athletic Department would be to fund about 44 additional miles of travel per sport. Athletic Director Mark Paff thinks the benefits outweigh the cost.
We're very successful in the PTC, but I also think we can be very successful in the Suburban League, and I think there's more opportunities for our kids in the Suburban League.
Although they've never had a chance to compete for a conference championship, the girls golf team has still had plenty of success in the state playoffs, including this year's district title and trip to the state tournament. From the Spirit Rock outside of Kent Roosevelt High School, I'm Gabriel Kramer for TV2 News.